Good morning, children. Today I will be explaining you Standard 3 Science, that is lesson number 8, Properties of Water. So in this chapter we will study about properties of water, solutions, factors that affect making a solution, what are the factors that helps in making a solution, then soluble and insoluble substances, and floating and sinking of objects. So all these properties and this we will study in this chapter. Now turn the next page. Name different sources of water. Now from where we get water, that is from well, sea, river, lake, ponds, rain, etc. Water is one of the most precious and important natural resource for the survival of all living beings. Now on this world, earth, nobody can live without water. All living beings, whether it is a human being, animals, birds, insects, plants, whatever it is, all need water for the survival. So it is one of the most precious and important natural resource on the earth. We cannot live without water for a single day. So in this chapter, we will study about some of the properties of water. Now the properties of water can be explained on the basis of observations. So water has no color. Have you noticed the color of water? Is there any color in water? No. Water is colorless. It is transparent. Then water is odorless and tasteless. Water doesn't have any taste. So it is odorless and tasteless. Water has no shape and size. It takes the shape of the container in which it is kept. Since it is in a liquid form, so it takes the shape of the container in which it is poured. Then water exists in three states. Solid, that is ice, liquid, that is water, and gas, that is steam or water vapor. This we have studied in the previous chapter. Then water flows from one place to another because it is in a liquid form. So it flows from one place to another, and it can be poured also easily from one container to the other. Then water is a universal solvent. Why water is called a universal solvent? Because it dissolves many materials can dissolve in water. Many materials can be dissolved in water. So water is called as a universal solvent. Then how a solutions is formed? Solutions always have two parts. There are two parts in a solution. The substance that dissolves is called the solute. So the substance, for example, if we add salt in water, then that salt is a solute, and the liquid form, that is water, is the solvent. These two makes the solution. So how to make a solution? For example, suppose you take a glass of water, half glass of water, and pour some salt in it, and you stir it with spoon, and this forms a salt solution. So the salt which we pour in this liquid is called the solute, and the liquid form of, that is the water, is called the solvent. So this two forms a solution. Now the substance that dissolves is called a solute. The substance here is the salt which dissolves in water. So that substance is called solute, and the liquid in which the solutes dissolve is called the solvent. That is water in which we are dissolving the salt. That is called solvent. Then water, a good solvent. Water is always a good solvent. For example, when we make sarbat or lemonade, we mix salt and sugar in water. You might have noticed then, so when your mother is she makes sarbat for you or any lemonade juice, she used to mix this lemonade juice in water, and she puts some salt or some sugar in it, and she stir it the solution with a spoon. So it becomes a sarbat or lemonade juice. We mix salt and sugar in water. Many solids are soluble in water. Water is a universal solvent. So many solids are there which get totally dissolved in water. So water is a universal solvent. Sea water is salty because it is a solution of salt and water. Why is sea water salty? Sea water is salty because it is a solution, that is a mixture of salt and water. Now you can see the picture here, sugar dissolves in water. So here is a glass. Here in this glass, it is filled with water, and in this water they are adding sugar and then stirring it with a spoon. So it becomes a sugar solution. The substance which dissolve in water are called the soluble substance. Now the substance that dissolves completely in water are called the soluble substances. The soluble substances mix completely with water so that you cannot see the solute. So these substances which get totally mixed in water, we cannot see the particles anymore there. That is called a soluble substance. Then the substance which do not dissolve in water are called insoluble substance. Then there are certain substances which do not dissolve in water. They are called insoluble substance. So which are the substance? Like stone, plastic and wood are insoluble in water because they never dissolve in water. When you mix insoluble solids in water, you can still see the solids. So whenever we mix insoluble solids in water, we can always see the solid particles remaining in the container because they never dissolve. Now here you can see the picture here, salt in water. Here when we are adding salt in water and stirring it, mixing it, it totally get dissolves. But here when we are adding sand in water and stirring it to mix, it will never mix because it is an insoluble substance and it settle down at the bottom of the glass. So now here is a chart made. You go through this exercise, this activity and you do it at home. Okay, and then you can fill up this chart by yourself. And till now you go through the chapter, read it properly, and in the next class I will explain you the factors that affect making a solution. Thank you.